Hey guys, Joe here, and here I am to talk to you about the top 5 most defensive characters in Super Smash Bros. In my humble opinion. If you do have a completely different opinion, then make sure to tell me in the comment section below. There are a lot of characters, and some characters that I didn't include. One being Villager, which a lot of you will talk about, but he was just out of the range, so just don't be worried about that. Now, a lot of the thing about defensive characters that I will be going over is that many people do not actually like fighting defensive characters, and many people find them really annoying. Many people just don't like fighting them and think that they make the game too slow, so sorry if you really don't like these defensive characters. If you think that they make the game slow, many people like more offensive characters, and if you want to check out more offensive characters, then check out my other list. But if you like to just kind of run away, get some damage, slowly kill the opponent, kind of knock off a little bit of percent over and over again, then these characters will be the ones for you. At Apex this year, we saw Pac-Man hitting it up at the top ranks. At first, many were very excited about Pac-Man being so high, until more people figured out how he got so high, that being hiding in a corner, throwing fruit in a fire extinguisher, and maybe going for a few aerials to counter the opponent's attacks. So, as I said, this may sound like a terrible thing to do, and it's actually a really strong strategy, but a lot of people just hate it. But it actually does make Pac-Man pretty strong and very good at defense. Pac-Man can keep the opponent away and rack on tons of damage and then finally get some kills with the key or with a fire hydrant. Many cannot break past his wall, and if they do, they can usually get hit by something else, or they'll just be hit away with Pac-Man's dash attack or a B, which really get them, and then Pac-Man can go once again to spam again. Pac-Man has a very slow-paced game plan, but that doesn't mean he's less of a character. It just means that he's very defensive and very slow, which can be hard to watch sometimes. In the first few days that Mewtwo was released, many channels started uploading all these combo videos, offensive montages, and much more, but as the Big M started actually being played in places other than for glory, mainly tournaments, out of this, his game plan of going all out in attack really didn't work anymore, and his combos just weren't quite as good. Instead, nowadays, people have figured out his true playstyle: keep away. He is a great player for this, and here's why. He's a very strong version of Charge Shot that can charge in the air, so he can just jump off the cliff, charge it, and then get back. Also, it can kill. He has a Reflector to fight all these other defensive characters, and he has extremely far range tilts that will easily stop approaches unless the opponent shoots some far range moves, because it does have a weird hitbox. He still does have quite a few offensive combos, but if you play Mewtwo, you will need to focus on getting the opponent pretty far away and then hitting them whilst they cannot hit you back. This is way different than most people, and it may be a little bit hard to get used to, but after you have gotten used to it and take a while, you can easily master this style, and I promise that once you do happen to master this style, your Mewtwo game will improve. When you think of purely defense, Ganon really isn't the first thing that comes to mind, but here's why I personally think that the big man has the right to be called a very good defensive character. The main reason is that he is pretty fast when he's hitting his tilt and his jab, which allow very far range moves, even though his smash attacks and other moves may be pretty slow and really hard to hit. But also his tilt and jab are very good guaranteed damage at very good ranges. A good Ganon will usually wait for the opponent to make a good mistake and then hit them with a powerful shot that'll kill extremely early. A big problem about him is that he really can't go offensive, and Ganon will be camped, so he doesn't really have a good way to fight a lot of matchups. But against quite a bit of the cast, about half of it, he still has the ability to space them, keep them away, keep himself safe, and get those high damage reads. A forgotten but very strong character that I would like to talk to you about is the Duck-Dog combo, Duck Hunt. Now, these two really have kind of slithered into a corner as far as popularity, but that is probably because they really have to hide and play super defensive, which many hate facing and many hate doing. In order to win most matchups as the dog, you'll have to run away the entire match and then get a sneaky kill with an up air or back air, or just try to kill them with the can, which you have been using a lot, since his smashes really don't kill way too early. But of course, that really isn't a terrible thing. He has a great capability for getting damage whilst the opponent can't hit him, and he can easily mind game the opponent with his can and his side B and his down B. He has one of the best walls in the game, and can easily set up camp in a corner effectively. Many do look down on defensive play like this because it does have a lot of results, which can make you win the game, but it is also really not fun to play against. But it really does provide Duck Hunt players a way to win, so it's a really good strategy. Just a lot of people do get offended or just do hate fighting defensive characters, especially Duck Hunt because he's just so defensive. Olimar is a niche pick that really hasn't been given much of a chance, but I think that the reason for that is that he's extremely defensive, and really that isn't fun for most people. Many like to get right up in the action, getting combos, murdering, and overall having a very great quick match. Also, these are very fun to watch, so it's really just easier for people to watch you. Now, the thing about Olimar is that he actually does have quite a bit of those tactics, but in addition, he has the ability to run away and play super defensively, and by that, making the opponent play sloppy. Olimar has the unique ability to run away, spam pivot side smashes, and this thing alone can be done by Olimar and can allow him the upper hand. If the enemy can't get to Olimar, then he can just go for some side Bs and tack on huge damage, but if they do get close, they will just take a side smash to the face. Olimar can just spam out these things as active hitboxes and create a ton of pressure on their opponent that no one else can even do in the entire game. He may not be able to go for the attack way too well, but his defense is top notch. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. This one was a little bit long, so I did want to make this short. Tell me in the comment section below what type of top 5 you want for next week. I have 2 already done, but that's for this week, so tell me what you want next week. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.